Hi guys, and welcome back to Chimeraland. Today we're going to have a look at status effects and what they do. So without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, first up you will find your status bar just above the chat bar at the bottom of the screen. And here's a couple of the current statuses I have on my character at the moment. So what we'll do is we'll quickly go through these and have a bit of a look at what they mean. So here we just go into our character. The first is fullness, and it just goes through well-fed, normal, slightly hungry, and hungry. So you can see the buffs and debuffs your character gets from that particular status effect. Next up we have energy. It basically just tells you how much you regenerate the rate by. It doesn't really affect your status at all. Next we have focus. This is a bit of a big one. If you look there, distracted, your damage to giant beast is decreased by 70% and your damage from them is increased by 30%. So that one you really need to keep an eye on and make sure that your focus is high when you're going to be taking on giant beasts. Next up we have breath. It's not really a status effect as such, it just tells you what your regeneration rate is. Next up we have toxins. Now this generally comes into effect in the PvP zone. It is polluted and it is toxic over there. Next up is humidity, which actually tells you how wet your character is, and it reduces your load capacity depending on how wet it is, so rain affects that and snow. Next up we actually have the temperature, and it tells you how that affects you. Okay guys, well that's a brief overview of the status effects that your character can have. One thing that is probably the most important is focus. Now I didn't realise until today that it was even there, it was a factor, but I tried to kill a giant beast, and if you look at my status effect there, I've got slack off. The damage dealt was less than 70%, minus 70%, and the damage taken from them was plus 30, and I was getting absolutely beaten to a pulp and I could not figure out why. So there are a couple of ways to lift your focus. There is a recipe here that I have, which is meat and vegetables. There's a recipe just on the bottom left. It's the only one that I've unlocked so far that actually regenerates your focus. Other than that, you can simply just rest in your house, and that actually increases your focus too. But it is one to look out for, and it will make a huge difference if you're actually trying to beat giant beasts. Anyhow guys, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.